this may be on a big platform because y'all gonna get big. Do what you like.
Do what you like.
Do what you like. That's right. It's what it's all about. Do what you like. Thank you for joining us on our Do What You Like fitness conversation series, where we are talking with awesome humans that are inspiring others and changing the world one healthy step at a time.
And today,
it's all you, girl.
Guess who's here? We finally got my big bro, Lamont, aka Deecke, Mr. Get your form right. Use this muscle trainer. You know, he's inspiring people out there. He's definitely inspiring me. You know, he is part of my village on who's helping create what I'm becoming, you know, as he has trained me. And I'm super excited. Whitney's super excited. And we're all happy to have you, bro. Let's talk.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm humble. I swear, I'm so humble. Teray, Whitney, I look at y'all. Y'all are my favorite Instagram people. Every day, y'all, the irony of this whole thing is that, you know, as a trainer for so many years, you know, trying to inspire people is, for me now, it's become a task, especially with all the different fitness, you know, models and roles and things that are going on, because it's so much out there. And I've always said, like, fitness is forever growing. It's always something. And I'm supposed to be, you know, like the motivator and everything, but I've found that Teray, I'm gonna mention some people, Teray, Latoya, you know Latoya.
Yes.
I mean, these are two people that I, you know, work with and know personally, and I am so proud of Teray. I can't even begin to express how much. Teray and Latoya.
You guided both of us.
Latoya, when you watch this, understand what is it, Superwoman on Instagram? But I don't think she's
129 and 127.
She's gonna watch it, but I'm so proud of y'all. I'm so proud. Like, of my whole career of training, I've never been more proud of two individuals or individual in my life, because they've come a long way and they now inspire me. Like, when I don't go to the gym or when I don't do some push-ups or something, and I see y'all on Instagram doing your thing, I'm like, oh wait, hold on, wait a second, I gotta get out.
Right.
I was at work the other day. I'm gonna give you a funny little story. I was at work the other day and I saw y'all with these yoga poses, right? And I've always wanted, like, I've tried yoga a few times, hot yoga and different things like that, and I like it, but I've never pursued it as much as I wanted to. And I saw y'all doing the yoga pose, right? So I step outside my booth where I was standing, and I go and I try to do the pose, and a person came by and looked at me. He's like, "Oh, stretching, huh?" I was like, "Yeah." So, you know,
that's great. I love it.
That's a funny story, but I could imagine what's probably going through Whitney's head, because like how you're a stickler for form, she's like a stickler for form and being warmed up, and you can't just go straight into that stretch without being warmed up.
Yes.
She probably was thinking in her head, oh my God,
that's
do a stretch, like, I don't know.
Technique and form is ultra important. I've seen in my lifetime of working out and being an athlete, I've seen so many people get hurt to the point of where they can't even perform no more. I know guys and girls, and I know guys specifically that can't walk because for so many years their form was bad. Their techniques, you know, were totally off. So yeah, I'm a stickler for form and technique, and I'm a stickler for that. And as well, and it comes, a lot of it comes from me, you know, looking at myself in the mirror and wanting to do things perfectly right. I'm anal about that. So
you're a pain in the ass about it.
Exactly. I just said anal. I am.
Yeah. You are, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Like, you literally like give a lesson.
Yeah.
To me, like, while you're training me, like, you're not just like stand up straight. the form is wrong. You telling me why it's wrong and what other muscle is working connected to the one that we're actually working on, it's crazy.
That's so important.
Yeah, for me, it's all technical. I mean, it became technical when I think in my 4th year of training, because my first 2 years of training was, it was interesting. It was a joke as far as I'm concerned, because I was just getting into it. I was taking off the gym floor at Crunch. One of the guys named Antonio, I think, his name is Antonio. He was a training manager. And I was there working out because I played football, semi-pro football. And I was working out, and he saw me. He's like, "Yeah, you ever thought about being a trainer?" "Oh, yeah, trainer. Who wants to be a trainer?" Oh. And he said, "Oh, you can get $70 an hour." I was like, "Well, sign me up. Where am I going? Where do I go?" Like, okay. So initially, I got into it for the money, and Crunch sends you through classes and everything. Eventually, they gave him his own gym to be a training manager at, which was the Crunch. It used to be on 13th Street between Broadway and University. And I went down there with him, and they start putting me through, classes, because I wasn't certified. They took me right off the gym floor, started training, and I got clients and everything. But again, it was for the money, and then after the money came the women. It started, that whole interaction that some trainers won't admit to, but you get into that mingling thing, and after 2 years of training and going through classes and everything, I wasn't making as much money as I thought I should be. I wouldn't make as much money as I could have been making. And my training manager at the time, he came over to me on a payday, and he handed me my check. He says, "Lamont, let me speak to you for a second." So I said, "What's going on?" I thought I was getting fired. He says, "What's going on?" He said, "I want you to do something for a second. Look at your check and look at my check." His check was like $2,500 for the week. Mine was 500 and some change. And he said, "I see you have a lot of clients that you train, and you're decent at what you do. You should be making more money." I was like, "Well, I don't know. I mean, y'all got me at level 1 and this and that and the other. And what's He says, "No. And he was an older trainer, so he was very well versed in the gym and seeing what's going on. He says, "Look, stop dating your clients. Stop dating your clients." And from that day on, it was embarrassing, number one. And I love money. And it was like, wow, $2,500, 500 change. Yeah.
Dating and working is never good.
Right. It's never good.
Never good.
Always never good. But for me at that point, and like I love training too. And I, at that point I was really engulfed into it because it was something that was like I said, it was like my 2-year mark. We had taken over the Crunch down on Lafayette and 4th. At the time, it was World's Gym, and we had taken it over. So we was in the transition of moving independent trainers out of the gym for Crunch to have their own, our own little thing. So it was like a little family unit and everything. So it was kind of embarrassing to, be put in that situation. And from that point on, I said, "Yeah, you're right." So that cut that out, and then I took it more seriously with the classes and learning technique and things. And I met a lot of people, that a lot of guys that just helped me, develop the techniques and, and then I started traveling in different gyms. I've been in gyms that were like so primitive that it's ridiculous. Like the equipment that we have in gyms now are marvelous. They I can't even name. They do the work for you, because every gym I used to go to, it was definitely free weight. Free weight. You had to learn the balance that you had to learn all that. So that's part of where like my technique thing comes into play, seeing people get injured and then trying to get in and get out of the gym. Like I see a lot of people, they want to be in the gym 2 hours. Why? I don't know. I mean, if you love it that much, hey, but an hour in the shower is good for me.
Yo, talk up a little louder.
Oh, okay.
You like chilling, like talk up a little louder.
That's me.
Yeah.
No, but being in the gym for like 2 or 3 hours, a lot of that is this. On the phone, talking and everything. I like to get in there, get it done, and be as efficient as possible. So when you have your form and all that down together, and you know what you're gonna do, you can get in and get out and get get results. Most of this thing is just playing for me, honestly. I at this point, I just go in the gym and play around and experiment, and
I showed you the weights he pushed, right? He's crazy.
Yes, I saw. Whoa.
Insert video clip right here.
I like challenges. I like challenges. I love to challenge myself. I mean, playing football, I was the smallest guy on the line, and if you tell me I can't, that classic thing, you tell me I can't, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. Especially if I have some liking to it. So.
So what's your food intake like? So
that's where I need y'all. I need listen for the last 2 weeks. I think it's been about 2 weeks now. I've had no red meat, no bacon.
Yeah.
I've had and I've been eating a bunch of salad. I've been in the morning. I don't eat until too much information here. Well, no, it's not, because I was looking at this video from this girl Naquan. I think her name is Naquan on Instagram. I'll send you her thing. I think I did send it to you, and it was about eating for life or for youth or life or something like that.
Plentiful life? Is it the Plentiful Life?
I don't know. I forget the title of her thing, but she was describing the cycles of how to eat and the cycles of your body. So like in the morning you get up, you make sure you have your 16 ounces of water, and you don't have a big breakfast. You have like fruit, and until you after you go to the bathroom to do number 2 for the first time, after that, then you can have a decent meal, a big meal, which should be around your active part of your day. And then after that, you should stop eating around 7, 8 o'clock or something like that. So I've been flirting with that, and it's a challenge for me. I'm used to having a big breakfast in the morning, so it's a challenge. But I've been doing pretty good. It's been it's been all right.
You get enough calories for all the weight and workouts you pushing, though, right?
That's the problem. That's the
tricky part.
That's the tricky part for me. Like I'm not a big eater anyway. So when I did eat before, my prior eating, I would always stuff the red meat in it so I get the protein and all this and that and the other, and try to eat as much as I can, because I can eat one meal a day and I can be all right. Literally, I can eat one meal a day and I can go the whole day and be as active as possible and whatever, but that one meal will be one of them big, like a bacon and egg sandwich, with all of the kind of stuff, the bad stuff, okay?
Yeah.
The bad stuff.
One meal a day, oh man.
Well, what you were saying before, like in the morning, it's so good when you drink that 16 or 30 ounces of water, and you can put a little lemon into it. It gets the digestive system going. So instead of piling a bunch of food onto the digestive system right away, it's good to eliminate and get all of that out of your body before you put anything on top of it.
Right,
So
exactly.
Yeah, and then you can eat a whatever breakfast that you
No. I don't want to go to whatever breakfasts no more.
No, whatever.
I'm trying to stay good.
Give me the fruit.
Right, and that's what I do. I eat watermelon. I eat pineapples, mango, any type of fruit. Like I'll grab some grapes and I'll stuff it down. And you remember my friend Camacho, right?
Yeah.
Well, Camacho is trying to help me because he's ran to get back out to train some more now that the weather's getting better. Actually, tomorrow I think he wants to come out and train.
Bring him down to yoga this summer too.
I have to do that. I have to do the yoga. I have to.
I tried to get you last summer.
For years, I've been flirting with yoga, the hot yoga. I took a designated hot yoga up on 145th Street one day, and she almost died. And I understand why. And
you can trust Whitney. We do yoga in the summer.
I know it's great. That's another thing. I got another person that you can interview. That just made me think about that. Her name is Jill. She has a studio out in Brooklyn, and she's really good. She's been in it for years, and she's really good with yoga. She's been trying to get me to come to her studio for years, and I've just been stuck on the athletic weightlifting and I run track and different things like that, and I just haven't gotten to yoga yet. I haven't become a yoga enthusiast yet, like I want to be.
Well, you gotta come this summer.
You'll enjoy it. Yeah. So
Listen,
you'll like it, and then you'll be able to add it into your normal.
and the thing is I preach about yoga to other people. Like, listen, it's a great, it's strengthening. It strengthens you. It teaches you balance, mental clarity, everything, which is, fantastic. I love it. Don't worry. Don't worry. Y'all gonna get tired of me. Y'all gonna get tired of me. We're not having a yoga class today. Get away. I'm gonna start doing poses on Instagram like y'all.
Yeah. So what do you do like in the morning? Do you have any kind of a morning ritual that you do when you get up?
COVID has really messed me up because COVID and a desert. Yes, I'm throwing a desert under the bus.
I know. We're still trying to get her to the gym.
But dude, in the house, she likes comfort, like laying down, just and getting up in the morning. Like I'm a person that, because I was in the service, and even before the service when I was younger, I'm up at the crack of dawn. Like, I'm up and I'm ready to go. With a desert, that's not what you do. But I usually get up. I used to get up and I used to do 100 push-ups. 100 push-ups every morning, just to start. Like, I'll roll out the bed and do 100 push-ups, literally. And then throughout the day, I'm squatting and stretching, or I find somewhere, even when I'm walking, like the way I walk, and I know a lot of guys may look at this and say, "What are you working on your glutes for?" But guys, you need to work on your glutes. It's part of your core. But anyway, I would walk, and as you walk, here comes my technique thing. When you kick back, you tighten up the glute, and then come forward. And it doesn't look weird. It doesn't look like I'm marching or anything. But I've developed it where I can do it without looking like I'm, a robot walking down the street. But it works. It works. And especially after a leg workout, oh my God, forget it. It's fantastic. You get a stretch. You're still activating the glutes. It's great. It's fantastic.
Then we can insert yoga right there.
And yoga, exactly. You'll see me on a pole next in the Bronx somewhere with my foot up on the pole. Yeah.
Oh, shoot, we got to insert a meme right here. Yep. No, but you, I mean, besides your technique, what I find with you, and you come to the gym and put a beating on me, you always come with something different. Like I think I know a lot. Like, I've been in and out of the gym for probably since high school, just, playing around, or I always had more male friends. I was always like in the gym. I think I know a lot, or at least I know it when I see it.
Right.
He show up and is like, okay, come here. You know what I want you to do? So come on, stand right over here. Matter of fact, you know what? Yo, go grab that thing over there. And then he started having me do something I ain't never seen or never heard of before.
Well, I
which is
I like the
challenge
challenge,
because it plays with your muscle.
Mm-hmm. It's something that I learned a long time ago. Muscle confusion. So a lot of times people get to plateaus when they continue to do the same thing, of course, or you're not working different muscles. And then it's also functional for me. A lot of my fitness is geared around functional fitness, because let's be honest, like for me, pushing 1,500 pounds on a leg press, when am I going to do that? I'm not playing football anymore. So as you get older, you want to try to develop functional fitness. Just carrying bags, you can get hurt just carrying bags. Mm-hmm. I see, we see our older individuals, the first thing that goes when you get older is what? Your legs. So you want to keep them strong. So I incorporate a lot of functional fitness. A lot of things I do is functional fitness. And then I get into the, the other crazy stuff just because it's a challenge and, something to do.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
This is true. But you have your reasons, like as I guess not just training, just bodybuilding. Like, everybody has different like, I guess, muscular types or whatever from whatever activity they do. Right. So a lot of times I have conversations with Whitney because she's a dancer, and then I see all these dancers she showed me, and they have these amazing bodies, crazy strong, but they're not bulky. But then you have somebody who's bulky, or then you have somebody, to me, like you're like in the middle. Like you're like bulky, but you're not over bulky. Like you can see your cuts and stuff. It's just like everybody has their own style of doing things. But
that's what I like about personal training versus group training. Personal training, you have to specifically cater to that person's desires and needs and everything else. I like that because I'm, like you said, I'm meticulous with, this and that. It's like art. It's like sculpting. This is my art. Like when I see somebody and they tell me, well, I want this and I want this and I want that. And I'm like, well, is it going to be proportion? Are you going to be able to do this? Can you do that? And I literally come home or wherever I'm at and I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, we can get this exercise for that. We can do this for this and we can do that for this. And, and like you said, we call it specific training. It's sport specific training. Like she's dancing, you have exercises for dancing that's going to help you move more fluid. As far as the body types and all that, I used to want to be a bodybuilder when I was in high school. That was, a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, I used to want to be a bodybuilder. I had this, he was a classmate of mine and he was from Brooklyn and he was a junior bodybuilder. And back then it was an embarrassing thing to say that you was, looking up to another guy as a bodybuilder. I used to go in the gym with him and I remember, never forget it, they had the, I could barely lift 90 pounds. I was, and I would follow him, not follow him around, but every time we had gym class, I'm with him and I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to do this. And then when I got older and found out about all the drugs and stuff that they were taking it turned me totally on. I like natural. That's another thing. I don't like synthetics of any sort. Like I might use a protein powder here and there every once in a while, but it has to be now plant-based protein.
hey.
Yeah, and that I know I'm jumping around, but I really have to thank Teray a great deal because I did vegan 4 years ago and I did it for 3 months. I even traveled through the South vegan. I didn't touch nothing but plant-based, no animal products, no nothing through the South. You know how hard it is to get through the South without having some fried shrimp or some fried chicken or some fried.
She's from the South.
Okay, so have you ever heard of a fried ice cream? It's fried ice cream on a glazed donut.
Oh Lord!
I've never
had that.
In North Carolina, they have that. It's a walking heart attack. It's just a heart attack. But I made it through. I went to Duke. Duke has the best cafeteria in the free world of colleges. I mean, they had the best. They had everything. And I'm walking through there, I'm looking, I'm like, I'll just go over there and I have some mushrooms. And and I lasted for, like I said, about 3 or 4 months. And as a matter of fact, it was a 9/11. Again, I'm standing at the job and I started getting a little dizzy and woozy because I hadn't eaten enough. Like you said, I hadn't had enough calorie intakes. And I just went out.
Oh no.
When I came to, I ran and got me the biggest hamburger that I could find off the wagon. God. But again, now it's a little different because now I have Teray, I have you, I have everybody to, get a little more information from and tastier foods because
right.
The food has improved tremendously for vegan. I mean, oh my God, there's so many options out there now.
Yeah, see, the only thing that I'm concerned about, so I'm gonna ask y'all a couple of questions. Like, have y'all done the research? Like, I've done slight research on the soy and how it promotes estrogen and this and that and the other. And give me some insight on that if you can.
That's like kind of I don't know. I've heard so many doctors talk about this, so many functional medicine doctors talking about it. But the main thing, if you do have soy, it has to be organic and not genetically modified. Okay. Genetically modified, from all the doctors I've listened to, food nutritionists, all these different experts. What I've taken away from it is that no GMO, completely organic and in moderation. I mean, I personally would not eat soy every single day, maybe once a week. Now, tempeh is fermented soy.
Okay.
So I have been told, and through my studies, that tempeh, because it's fermented, is better for you. But again, I think you have to do what's right for you and in moderation. But I definitely would not eat soy every single day.
Yeah.
That's just me personally, as a woman.
I've heard that somebody else told me about that. It's the GMO soy that's not good for you, because in Asia, I think soy is the main source of food in Asia and in those different places, because it's so inexpensive.
I would just make sure whatever it is you're eating. And again, you have to be very careful too with all of these fake meats, because they're full of sodium.
Right.
Oh
yes.
Man, I mean, that's like a heart attack in itself with all the sodium levels.
Yes.
So,
I was looking at that the other day myself. Yes.
Yeah. So you gotta figure out what's the cleanest form. I mean, for me, I like to make my own. I know not everyone has time to do that, but you can make really easy lentil, black bean burgers, chickpea burgers. There you got, what's going in the patty that you're gonna, cook. So as long as you know what's going into your food, I think that's really, really important. But that's just my personal opinion.
That's your professional opinion. So I'm not your personal. Remember, I was what's the girl that played in I'm drawing a blank now.
Play where?
Baby boy, the one that played the
mother. Baby boy. Oh, I hate you, Jody.
Yeah. Well, she's a fitness at the time when I met her. She was a fitness enthusiast. She's probably, I don't know if she's continued or not, but they had a fitness seminar over at the Armory on 143rd. And I went over there and I spoke to her and I was like, I'm a trainer, but I'm not certified yet. She's like, don't tell anybody that you're not certified, and don't tell anybody that you're not a professional trainer. You know what you're doing, right? I was like, yeah, I know what I'm doing, but I'm not certified. She's like, then you're a trainer. Have you gotten results? I was like, yes. Have you trained people? I was like, yes. She's like, well, you're a trainer. Don't ever tell anybody it's your personal opinion and all this. You're a professional. Give your professional opinion.
Yeah.
With that disclaimer.
And but also too, what I tell people, because one person's food is another person's poison.
Right.
So each person's body is really different. So what works for me may not work for you at all.
Right. Exactly. So that's the same thing I say with training. Like, what works for me, like I may be able to get under 1,500 pounds and press it and get results. You may get under there and get crushed, or whatever, or it might not work for you in that same sense. I have, and that's what I like about fitness. And that's why I have so many different things I do, because it's so many, fitness is forever changing. Like, because like she said, your body type is different. Everybody's body type is different. I might be able to do 10 push-ups and puff up, and you might do 100 and be like, well, I don't see anything.
Right. Like when you always says I'm so strong in the upper body, I'm like, she's crazy strong.
But that's
we two different shapes.
That's the whole point in this podcast. Do what you like.
Yes, that's right. Exactly.
Yes.
Do what you like.
Do what you like. Stick to it.
That's listen. Y'all were fantastic for coming over with that. Listen, me and Ty got to get together and get our juices flowing.
Oh Lord! He wrote that on the side of his bike.
That's right. Do what you like, because the juices is flowing.
Okay. That's what's next. But yeah, you're right. I mean, that's how it came about. Do what you like. It was just like, because so many people say, even trainers, oh, you have to do this and you have to do this. Or when it comes to say weight loss or getting fit or trying to move, people get tired and they're like, I can't, like me, I hate to run. So if I wasn't the type to at least try, I would probably never run. But maybe there's something that you could do to keep you moving in the meantime. If you want to jump rope, then do what you like and just do it consistently. And then me, I do what I like, but then I like to, play around and try different things, just like I do with my food.
Well, you know what? I look at it like earlier in my career, I got caught up into that. You have to do this and you have to do that and you have to do this. And as I went along, of course, learning, getting into martial arts and different things like that, I was like, well, this is all, yoga. Again, people look at, guys for years, guys look at yoga, that's for women, this and the other. All right, okay, well, hold this pose for a little while. Let me see you do it.
Exactly.
And I mean, big guys, like just huge guys. Yeah, you see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. And in football, it helped, I wasn't doing strict yoga, but in football, with the stretching and everything, it's a form of yoga, because if you don't stretch out and you get bent up or cracked up one way, it's over for you. So yeah. Yoga is great. Yoga is fantastic. One of the best. I look at fitness now, and I think I guess I always has. It was like growing up playing. That's what it's like to me.
Ooh.
Like when I go in the parks, it was like growing up and playing. Like, when you was a kid, you ran in the park and you jumped on the monkey bars and you hanging and you pulling up and you climbing rocks. I look at it that's why I look at fitness now. Like, I do things and it's fun. Like, okay, let me see if I can do these jump push-ups. Yeah, okay. Oh wow, I did it. Okay, let's do some more. And my friend Camacho, he's good for that. Every afternoon that when we work together, this is what he does to me, because he calls me Black Superman. and he's trying to beat me running. He's been doing this for the last year. So we have to cross. We have about maybe 150-meter walk to our locker room from the dispatch office, right? And it's across Western Avenue. So we'll come out the door, right? And he'll be talking to me, and then he'll just take off running, right? and we it's hilarious. You got to see it. I'm gonna get somebody to tape it one day, but it's hilarious. And he's not beating me yet, but it's so funny. But it's a form of fitness, and he doesn't even know it. It's a form of fitness because it's a sprint. That's all it is. It's a sprint.
Yeah.
And we just we have fun with it. We just have fun with it. We have a lot of fun with it. It's every afternoon. So I guess that would be one of my rituals now too, because every afternoon I'm sprinting to the locker room. So
that's great.
That's what we got to do. Have fun.
Yeah, right. And that's when you see most of your progress, is when you're having fun, and then you look, and you're like, oh, wait a second, I can do that. Like Toya, when I first started with Toya, she couldn't run. She running around the track was like, oh no, I can't. Now Toya is running miles, and again, that's like great. I said, I'm so
amazing. Let's go, Toya.
Yeah, that's she is number one. So,
shoot, we go way back to like 10 years old.
Yeah, listen,
awesome.
It's so they make me feel old in a sense because I watched them grow up. So it's like, wow, they're adults now and they're doing their thing, and so I got to keep up. That's another thing, I got to keep up. My daughter, my youngest daughter, she's a track star. Well, she used to be a track star. She's studying public health. So she's into it. She's taking some kind of nutrition class now, and so I might have y'all interview her, because she has a plethora of information too as far as nutrition.
Oh.
And she's danced, she's track, and when she gets into the gym, she competes with me in the gym. She still can't beat me in the 200, so I'm good. But a lot of this is just to keep, it feels good to be able to do these things mentally. I didn't even touch on the mental health aspect of fitness. The mental health, which is very important nowadays. The mental health aspect of fitness is it's not even talked about a lot. But for me, being in shape gives you a certain confidence. It gives you a certain security. Just mentally, because I compare things when I have to do things. I compare it to me being in the gym. Oh, if you can, because when I get in the gym, to get underneath 315 pounds on the bench, some got to be a little, you got to tap into something. You got to tap into something. So I take that into life, If I can do this in the gym, if I could talk myself into doing this in the gym, whatever I have to do in life, whether it's work, whatever, even this, like I'm driving home today and I'm thinking, oh man, do I really want to do this? Oh, I'm nervous. Man, listen, just go ahead. You can do it. Go ahead, try it. What's the worst can happen? They cut you out the whole segment. What? you know, Teray, you was right. You was right. This is great conversation. I love it.
Told you.
I might have to crash your party sometime and be a co-host.
All right.
Yeah. Come
Listen,
on.
we're looking to do a bunch of stuff, right,
Yeah,
Whitney?
we're open to anything and everything.
Good. I love this. I'm hoping that this becomes huge. I'm gonna try to get as many people as I can possibly get to come in and I've been sending your stuff out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Share it.
This is I mean, like I said, I can't say enough. I'm humble. I'm proud of y'all. I mean, it's, you know, I feel like y'all are the Jay-Z's of podcast for me.
But for health and fitness, right?
For health and fitness, that's right. Yeah, for health and fitness, do what you like. Fitness, go see it.
He's not lying. When we first talked about it, and before we even put the YouTube up, we was talking about it like a year ago. Remember? And I was working out with him, and I was telling him, and then that's when he did that one clip when I was working out, and he was like,
"Yes,
like fitness."
That.
Remember that?
You guys were outside
the first one.
On the pier working out.
This is fantastic. I love it.
So before you go, what advice would you give to, you know what, I'm gonna make this difficult for you because you said you was nervous. I'm not just gonna say what advice would you give to somebody that's looking to get fit or work out or become a trainer. Nope. I'm gonna say this question in 3 parts.
Oh God.
All right. So what advice would you give to someone, looking to, change their lives and get healthier, whether they're overweight or just unhealthy, underweight or regular weight, right?
Mm-hmm. What advice would I give?
Teenage to middle age, right? And then also, let's say you have somebody that's a senior or, a little bit older. What advice would you give for them to get stronger?
You had to go there, right? You know this could be another 40-minute segment.
I know.
For
elevator pitch.
For younger individuals, without being conceited, look at me. I'll be 55 in July. I still run a 25-second 200. I'm still active. I'm fairly healthy, for the most part healthy. Also, just understand that you don't stay like, in order to, you have to put work into anything to make it great. If you just keep on going the way you're going and just doing, not caring about things, you lose it. And I say all that to say, do you like life? Basically, you like life. You
get
like
scared.
living. Right. Right. You like life and you want to have a quality life. Get into some fitness. It'll take you further than just a physical thing. Like I said, it goes into your mental, everything. It teaches you a discipline. It makes life a lot easier. I mean, it's look at me. That's all I can say. And I hate, honestly, I hate saying that because people take it and think, oh, well, you think you're all listening. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I look at a lot of other people in my age group and see how decrepit they are. And I just have to tell it like it is. Look, this is a podcast, I'm gonna tell it like it is. Okay.
Right. I mean,
see a lot of individuals and I have friends like Camacho that like pointed out and here lately, and I'm looking like, because I was always like, nah, what you talking about? I'm nothing special. I see guys do this all the time. But then I start looking at the individuals that I'm competing with, and I'm still competing with 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds, and that's because all my life I've just been into fitness and trying to improve myself in some way or the other. And like I said, with fitness is a basis for a lot of other things. It took me around the world. I've trained people in Iceland. I've trained people in London. I've trained people and you learn about different cultures. You learn about different foods. You learn about different things. It's just mind-boggling as to where fitness, you think it's just, a lot of people think it's just for, look. Initially a lot of people start out because for a look, but it can take you. It's an infinity. It's an infinity. Like you learn even spirituality. Like you get into everything because you meet different people. You have to understand different people. So you want to have a better quality of life. Get into fitness. Get into fitness. You want to have less stress. Get into fitness. It works for everything. It works for everything. I kid you not. It works for everything. Movement. And you'd be surprised. Be surprised at what you can come up with.
And when you start feeling great,
yes,
you don't want to go any other way.
Right.
And it's like when you're working out and you're, like you said, mentally, physically, spiritually, and when you're feeling great with all three of those,
you can't lose. You can't lose. You know what I'm saying? It's a great feeling. And like, I don't know about a lot of people, but when I do something that I couldn't do before, when I accomplish something, it's like, oh,
yes. Yes.
Yes. And it like I said, it gives you that confidence to do other things and move that way. So, for young individuals, it's difficult to deal with young individuals because they think that because a lot of them think that they know it all and this and the other. And that's another reason why I have to stay as fit as possible, because when they think they know it all, then I can show them, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you really don't.
Oh yeah.
And when you're strong mentally and physically like that, you can get through the junk that happens to you during the day. Right?
It makes it
so much easier to get through whatever obstacles are thrown your way.
Yes.
When you're physically fit and mentally fit.
Yes, for sure. So yeah, that just what she said. You can shorten it up and summarize it there.
Well, man, you keep on being a beast. Stay in my corner, man, because I still got more work to do. You already know.
Listen, you're gonna become my trainer now. Y'all are gonna become my trainers now. It's about time I sit back and let somebody take care of me.
Yo, Desi, you better get on your job over there. What you doing?
Listen. I told her, Desi, I'm gonna leave her behind. Because she can't take, what it is we can't work out together, because when you're working out with somebody that you are with, they look at you like, I see you every day. You don't be thinking about and studying all this and doing this and the other. So you don't know what you're talking about. They get to that point. I'm like, you don't understand. Like it's ingrained. Like I could be looking at you, talking to you, thinking about how to do a squat a different way. Like
right. Right.
But she'll get there.
Oh yeah, we gonna get it there.
And
I look for bring her to yoga, and we look forward to seeing y'all this summer.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna see more. I'm telling you, you're gonna see too much of me. You're gonna be like, listen, we're not having class today. You don't have to come.
Well, see, Whitney gonna start charging, and then you're gonna have to pay.
Not a problem. Not a problem. I didn't even listen. We didn't even touch on that for training. I didn't even want to get into that glimmer side, because that's one of the things that. See, I'm gonna get into it anyway. But one of the things that kind of took me away from training for a minute is that people don't understand that it's a business as well, and you pay for quality. You know what I'm saying? You could get anybody that's gonna train you for 10, 15 hours, and give me 10, give me 20, whatever, and that's it. But when you get the lesson out of it and understand what because my whole idea also is to train you. Teray is exactly my idea of being a good trainer. When I can train someone to the point where they don't need me anymore, or where all they need me for is little touch-ups or whatever the case may be, or all they want me for is little touch-ups, that's when I know my job is done. That's perfect, okay? Because then I know I gave you the bug, you're running with it, and you're gonna keep it forever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's.
Yeah, and she's running, boy. She's running.
Tell me about it. I look at her sometimes, so I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I look at God, Teray, damn shit. She one day I saw with the kettlebells. I'm like, okay, kettlebells. I gotta learn kettlebells again. Oh.
Yeah, remember we went to gym. I was like, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing kettlebells every day this month, and like I know he's supposed to be there with me training, and then I know trainers. he's one, but I know they don't like you to, tell him what somebody else said to do or whatever like that. That's the case. But I'm like, this is just what I decided to do this month. And my promise to myself is to do it every day. So I got to incorporate it somehow, some way. And he was like, it's like, all right. And he worked them. He worked them kettlebells into his workout for me that day.
And that's a great thing. That's a great thing. And, when you, and I was a part of that syndrome too. Like, I just wanted to do what I knew to do and not, when somebody, like you said, trainers like, no, don't tell me what they're doing. I'm telling you what I'm telling you to do. But that's great. I found out, over the years, it's good because you learn more, and you can incorporate your stuff with that, like, like we did. It's about learning. It's about teaching. It's not all about, once you get over that ego of, getting to that certain point, you start to grow even more and you learn even more. So again, to your question again, it's just, it's all about learning. It's all about learning and growing and evolving and seeing different things and understanding different things. That's life.
But you know what life. I took that as? When when I asked you to do that or whatever, and I didn't know, I just knew you was gonna like, you here with me right now. Like so I was like, what I never said nothing, but what I took from that was like you say you proud of me, right? And you want me to keep going. You want me to, do my workouts and, just get to whatever goal it is that I want and, continue to make y'all proud. I took it as, and this is you probably wasn't even thinking that, who knows? But I took it as, all right, I want her to do what I want her to do. But if she's into this kettlebell thing, I know she's going to do it. Let me show her a way to do it. Because I know she's going to pick up the kettlebell anyway or something. That's kind of how I thought maybe you might have
You were right. You were right on point. You were right on point.
And that's what I like about your training, because you'll let me ask or suggest a few things. And sometimes it's like, no, or you'll just make me do it like the proper way. But I'm you will hear me.
I'm going to tell you what else I do with that, okay? Even if I say no, what I'll do is I'll go later on and I'll study some of it. Okay, now I got it. Now I can get into it. But okay.
Yeah.
So yes, I steal things. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Oh man, like I said, I'm glad I finally had you, bro. Huh?
It's all a part of evolving and growing and getting to that next level and enjoying life. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a blast. Wow, I can do this. Wait, we can have another episode if you want.
We'll come back.
On your days off, during the afternoon, we can come out and start back outside again anytime you want.
All right. Yeah, Yana was asking about it.
You're definitely invited. Yeah. I'm gonna bring the gloves for you too, so we can get that jab right.
Oh yeah. Give me that. I'd love to do that.
Yes.
All right, so that's a plan.
Yes.
Whitney's gonna work out with us one day, because last time I tried to get her to work out with us. I tried to get you to work out with us. I couldn't get y'all together in the same battery park the whole summer.
Trying to schedule it. Yeah,
right. We can schedule it. It's not a problem. I'm saying y'all can show me some. I'm gonna be the student. I'm gonna tell you that now. I'm gonna be the student. Of course, I'm gonna throw some of my stuff in there, but I'm gonna be the student.
I love being the student. Always. I love to learn. So I'm open always to learning new things.
Wow, this is. I'm really humbled and happy with us. This is.
We can all learn from each other, right? That's the cool thing. That's what I love. I'm like, beginner's mind, even no matter how much yoga or how much this or that or whatever, always a beginner's mind.
Yes. Stay humble.
All right, show us your shirt.
Oh, here you go.
You wanted to show the shirt, right? Train, eat, sleep, repeat.
Sleep and repeat.
That's how we say good night.
Good night.